Hey guys, hello. So welcome back to JA English Coach Community. Whether you are new or if you are returning, welcome to the channel. All right, so today, guys, we are going to be talking about the mind and mental health because, as you guys know, October the 10th is World Mental Health Day. So, the purpose of this is to one, bring awareness, and two, for you to practice your listening skills, right? You might hear new vocabulary words. You could practice, here with my accent, things like that. So, if this sounds like it's going to be helpful, you want to stick around, remember to like, subscribe, share, all the things, right? And remember to come and check out the community where we have courses, we have games night, we have all kinds of things to help you to improve your English. All right, so let's begin. So we're going to dive into how to, take care of your mental health and all of that. But of course, before we do that, we kind of need to know what they are. So note there's a difference between mental health and mental illness, right? So remember, your mental health is really just like your mind, your state of mind. It's just making sure that your emotional and your psychological well-being is okay. While a mental illness is one that's diagnosed. So the doctor says that you have this issue. Good? For example, maybe bipolar disorder, depression, those things. So those are mental illnesses versus mental health is just your general overview on your well-being. Good? So now let's get into how you could care for this. First, or one of the things that you can do is to meditate. Meditation is just that time that you take to focus. It's where you might sit, whatever position you want to be in, but you take that time to focus. And it's usually really good for relaxation. For me personally, I started meditation recently. I love it, but it is hard as it's really hard, right? But I love it, and it's something that I think helps me. It does give me the chance to work on being able to focus because for me, my mind strays easily. So doing it has really helped me in that area. Exercise. Now, for me, I love exercising. Don't always get to do it as I would love to, but it makes a huge difference for me after. I might not feel motivated to do it, but after I do it, I feel amazing. Like recently, I started stretching in the mornings because I can't exercise in the mornings. I get sick. Weird. But what I've realized is that really sets me up for the day. Like I feel way more energized throughout the day and in the morning. Normally, I'm kind of crappy in the mornings, not a morning person, but doing just the simple stretches have helped me. And then I do the full on exercising further down in the evening. Again, not a morning person, right? So exercise is a very good way to help you. And the way this helps you mentally is it clears your mind. Yeah. So for someone who might find it hard to focus or their mind easily strays and stuff like that, exercising really helps you to just have that time of no stress, nothing on your mind, just focusing on running and whatever it is. So exercise is a great way to take care of your mental health. And remember, it doesn't have to be 3 hours in the gym, guys. It could be 20 minutes, 30 minutes, like make it work. So don't come for me in the comments with this one, but guys, you got to put the phones away sometimes, right? You don't want to be addicted to your phones. Putting your phone away really helps sometimes. or even like with social media and things like that, it can affect your mental health. For me personally, I hardly scroll. I don't really scroll on social media, which is bad, but it comes and goes. I'll do it sometimes, but for the most part, I don't. I follow pages where there are things that I want to see, things about positive energy, stuff like that. If it's negativity, not necessarily going to follow, right? So it's really just, and it's not just social media, right? It's just staying away from the phone for a little bit to just, again, clear your mind. All right? So put the phone to sleep. So the next one, guys, might be a bit tricky or challenging, and that is to be positive. Now, the reason why I'm giving these is because I know some of my personal struggles with these things, and being positive was a big problem I had. And I have gotten through it through a lot of reading, a whole lot of reading, and just putting and feeding myself a lot of positivity, affirmations, all of that stuff to get over that negative. Even if you go on JA English Coach's page on Instagram, you will see that it's all things English and positivity, right? Because I think it's so important. And positivity really means just to be optimistic, right? See the good in things versus the bad. So for me, that's a big plus. I think that really helps a lot. So that's something you can consider trying. Again, might be hard, but you got this. So this one might sound a bit contradicting to put away your phones, but at the same time, you want to stay connected. Now, let me clear this up. So when I say stay connected, I mean you could take the phone for like 5, 10, 15 minutes and call a close friend or a family member, or someone who you really love and cherish, and someone who feels the same way about you, and just call them and stay connected in that way. Maybe go out for lunch, brunch, dinner, whatever it is, invite them over, whatever it is, but try to stay connected. So like this one, I can't say enough. It's just to be grateful, guys. Practice gratitude, show gratitude in everything that you do. Even if it's the simplest things, be grateful, because no matter what, like as hard as something might be, odds are there's someone going through it maybe even worse, right? Or a worse situation. So at the end of the day, be grateful, show gratitude, show kindness, again, be positive, all of that. That really helps with your, mental health. So maybe you could, to practice gratitude, you could try journaling in the mornings, or, writing down. I'll link some stuff below. They have some gratitude jars that you could get from Amazon. They have different things to help you with your gratitude. You could just put it in your phone in the mornings, like just be grateful, show it, say it. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Ever heard that before? So what I do recommend is that you also practice setting goals for yourself. Could be weekly goals, daily goals, monthly goals, quarterly goals, yearly goals. But set some goals for yourself. I know, like, maybe setting them sometimes and then missing these goals can bring you to a bad place. But at the same time, if you have no plans and you have no goals, then there isn't really much of, motivation or anything pushing you to get to a point. So for me personally, I recommend setting goals and working towards them. I think that's amazing, especially if you hit these goals. Perfect. All right, so try that. But of course, in setting these goals, you want to make them, I always say it, smart goals. Make sure they're achievable, attainable, timely, specific. things like that. All right, so set your goals. So here is my struggle, guys. Prioritizing sleep. Prioritize means to make this, something very important, top of the list to do. So prioritizing sleep is really, really important for mental health. And I know this. When I sleep at the time I set and I wake up, feel good. Do my stretches and I feel great for the day. So like even today, I'm recording like crazy and I feel great. Now, let me go to bed past the time I set, even if it's like an hour past the time I set. I set 11 p.m. for my bedtime. If I go to 12 or to 1 or to 2 a.m., oh man, when I wake up in the morning, I feel like crap because, of course, that's like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. That's not healthy. So when I sleep at my 11 and I wake up at like 6:30, I feel great. And then I do a little stretching. Amazing. All right, guys. So I just wanted to give you some additional vocabulary that you might hear around, mental illnesses or just mental health in general. For example, you might hear about depression. Depression is where you just feel, sad and down and out, and there's a lot of misery around it. So that's depression. Another one you might hear is, a phobia. Now, a phobia is the fear of something, and it could it gets so bad to the point of becoming irrational, right? So fear is one thing, but a phobia is way different. All right? So you might also hear anxious or anxiety. So you might feel anxious or you feel anxiety, which is just that feeling of being worried or being nervous and things like that. And that could sometimes lead to like panic attacks and stuff. So those are some of the things that you might hear around, mental health. All right, guys. So I hope this was helpful and useful. And yeah, I hope you guys look forward to the other videos that will be coming soon. Remember to check out the community, listen to the podcast, get some tips and tricks on how to continue to improve your English. Let me know in the comment section below if this was helpful, please. And let me know if there's anything else you would love for me to talk about to help you guys to improve your listening or vocabulary or anything. And come on by to Instagram and say hi.